Welcome to Limitless Success TV. If you've ever felt like no matter how hard you work, you're just not getting ahead, like success is always just out of reach, you're not alone. You set goals, you push yourself, yet somehow, life keeps throwing obstacles in your way. It's frustrating, isn't it? It makes you wonder, what am I missing? Well, today, we're going to uncover a truth that most people overlook, a truth that has nothing to do with how smart you are, how disciplined you are, or even how hard you work. Because sometimes, it's not about what you're doing, it's about where you're doing it. Yes, your environment, the very space you wake up in, the home you spend most of your time in, might actually be working against you. You see, success isn't just about habits and mindset. It's about energy. And whether you realize it or not, everything around you, every object, every piece of clothing, every item you keep, carries an energetic imprint. That energy is either propelling you forward or holding you back. And that's not just some abstract idea. Science and ancient wisdom both support this. Quantum physics tells us that everything in the universe vibrates at a certain frequency, including the things you own. Feng Shui, an ancient practice used by some of the wealthiest and most successful people in the world, teaches that your home is a reflection of your life. If your space is filled with stagnant energy, clutter, or objects tied to past struggles, that same energy is reflected in your financial life, your career, and your opportunities. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a messy, disorganized room and instantly felt drained or overwhelmed? Now, imagine how that low energy state affects your productivity, your focus, and ultimately, your ability to attract success. The truth is, if your home is cluttered with the wrong things, it's sending a message to your subconscious that you're stuck, that you're not ready for more, and that there's no room for abundance to flow into your life. But here's the good news. You have complete control over this. You don't have to stay stuck. And in today's video, we're going to break down 5 specific things that might be blocking your success, things you probably never even thought about, and I'll show you exactly why and how to remove them to instantly shift your energy and attract more wealth, more success, and more opportunities into your life. And I want to emphasize something. This isn't just about decluttering. This is about rewiring your entire relationship with success. The changes you make in your physical space will create a domino effect that transforms your mindset, your finances, and your future. But here's the catch, you have to commit. You have to be willing to make these changes. Because by the time you finish this video, you'll realize that your home is either working for you or against you. And if it's not set up for success, then it's time to change that today. And don't go anywhere, because I have a powerful bonus tip at the end that will take this transformation even further, something that the wealthiest, most successful people do without even realizing it. So stick around, take notes, and let's get started. 1. Clothes you no longer wear, outdated identities. Your wardrobe is more than just fabric and fashion. It's a reflection of who you are, where you've been, and even where you're going. Think about it. Every piece of clothing you own carries a memory. That old suit you bought for a job you hated? Those jeans you wore during a rough breakup? The dress you once loved but no longer feel good in? These are not just items of clothing. They are symbols of the past versions of yourself. Versions that may no longer serve your highest potential. The problem is, when you hold on to clothes that don't align with your present or future self, you unknowingly tether yourself to outdated identities. Every time you open your closet and see a jacket from a time when you felt insecure or lost, your subconscious mind subtly reminds you of those emotions. It's like playing an old song that instantly takes you back to a painful memory. You may not consciously think about it, but your subconscious remembers, and when you surround yourself with these remnants of the past, you send a signal to your brain that you are still attached to those struggles, setbacks, and limiting beliefs. Let me share a real-life example. I once worked with a client who was struggling to level up in his career. He had all the right skills, was putting in the effort, but for some reason, he kept feeling stuck. One day, we took a look at his environment, specifically his wardrobe. His closet was filled with old clothes from jobs he had outgrown, hoodies from a time when he was financially struggling, and even suits from a previous career that he didn't even want to return to. I asked him a simple question. Do these clothes represent the person you are becoming? Or the person you were? That hit him hard. So, he did something powerful. He removed every piece of clothing that didn't match the energy of the future he envisioned for himself. Within weeks, he felt lighter. Within months, he got the promotion he had been chasing for years. It wasn't magic. It was about shifting his environment to align with the success he wanted to attract. If you want to do the same, start by going through your closet with intention. Pick up each item and ask yourself, does this make me feel confident? Does this align with the version of myself that I want to step into? If the answer is no, let it go. Don't hold on to something out of guilt or nostalgia. Thank it for its purpose in your past and release it. And here's a pro tip. Before you discard or donate a piece of clothing, take a moment to hold it in your hands and say, "Thank you for serving me. I release you to make space for something greater." This simple act of gratitude will help you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. You're not just throwing things away, you're creating room for new opportunities, new energy, and new versions of yourself to step forward. Remember, successful people don't just focus on what they need to add to their lives, they also know what to remove. If you want to attract abundance, start dressing like the person who already has it. Keep only the clothes that make you feel empowered, inspired, and ready to conquer your goals. The rest? Let it go. You're making space for the next level of your life. 2. Broken or useless objects, subconscious energy traps. Your environment is a direct reflection of your mindset, your progress, and ultimately, your success. But what most people don't realize is that the broken or useless objects around them are more than just clutter. They are energetic roadblocks standing between them and their next level of success. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a room with a broken lamp, a chipped plate, or a drawer filled with tangled, unusable chargers? Even if you don't consciously focus on these things, your subconscious mind notices them. Every time you see that broken clock that stopped ticking months ago, it subtly reinforces a feeling of incompleteness. Every time you drink from that chipped mug, it reminds you of settling for less than you deserve. Every time you hold onto an old, non-functioning phone, it symbolizes resistance to letting go of outdated ideas or relationships. You might think, it's just a small thing. What difference does it make? But small things create big shifts in energy. The spaces we inhabit deeply influence our subconscious. And our subconscious dictates the actions we take, actions that determine our results in life. Broken and useless objects hold stagnant energy. They act as silent anchors, keeping you tied to a state of disarray and limitation, whether you realize it or not. Let's put it in perspective. Imagine you're driving a car, but instead of a smooth road, the path ahead is full of potholes. Each broken item in your home is like a pothole in your personal journey, slowing you down, disrupting your flow, and making it harder to reach your destination. If you wouldn't tolerate a road filled with obstacles, why would you allow your environment to be filled with energetic disruptions? I had a friend who was struggling in his business. No matter how hard he worked, clients weren't coming in, and financial success felt like a distant dream. One day, I visited his home and immediately noticed something. His workspace was cluttered with broken gadgets, empty pens, and old files from failed projects. His coffee table had a cracked surface, and his kitchen cabinets held mismatched, damaged dishes. He told me he'd been feeling stuck for months, as if nothing was moving forward. I gave him a challenge. Go through every room and remove anything broken, outdated, or useless within 48 hours. The results were incredible. Within a week, he felt a shift in energy, more clarity, more focus, and a sudden influx of business opportunities. Coincidence? Hardly. He created space for new possibilities by removing what was draining his energy. So, how can you apply this to your life? Start with a simple exercise. Walk through your home with fresh eyes. Look for anything broken, cracked, or no longer functional. It could be a clock that no longer ticks, a mirror with a crack, or a chair that wobbles. If you can fix it immediately, do it. If not, let it go. Holding onto broken things is an unconscious declaration that you're okay with dysfunction in your life. But you're not. You deserve better. And here's something powerful. The faster you remove broken things, the faster you'll start noticing unexpected breakthroughs. Clearing stagnant energy doesn't just feel good, it creates a momentum that seeps into every area of your life. Suddenly, things start moving, opportunities appear, decisions become easier, the road ahead becomes clearer. The truth is, the universe operates on flow. If you want wealth, success, and abundance to flow into your life, you must create space for them. Get rid of the broken, the useless, and the stagnant. Watch how quickly things start shifting in your favor. 3. Worn out shoes, your journey to success. Success isn't just about working hard, making the right connections, or seizing opportunities. It's also about how you carry yourself, how you present yourself to the world, and most importantly, the path you choose to walk. And when I say walk, I mean that quite literally. Your shoes are more than just footwear. They are a symbol of your journey, a representation of how you step into the world. And whether you realize it or not, they send powerful messages to your subconscious mind every single day. Think about it. Have you ever seen a millionaire, a CEO, or a high-level performer walking around in completely ruined, torn, or dirty shoes? Of course not. That's because successful people understand that everything in their life, down to the smallest detail, affects the way they feel, the way they think, and the energy they attract. Wearing worn out, damaged, or unkempt shoes may seem insignificant, but it reflects a deeper mindset, one of neglect, stagnation, and even self-sabotage. Let's be real. If your shoes are falling apart, what does that say about the path you're walking? If you're constantly stepping into the world in shoes that are scuffed, broken, or uncomfortable, how do you expect to move forward with confidence and purpose? Your shoes don't just protect your feet, they guide your journey. They take you to interviews, business meetings, networking events, and life-changing opportunities. The condition of your shoes reflects the condition of your journey. I remember speaking to a young entrepreneur who was struggling to land clients. He was hardworking, ambitious, and had big dreams, but for some reason, nothing was clicking for him. One day, I noticed his shoes, completely worn down, soles peeling off, laces frayed. I asked him a simple question: if you walked into a room full of successful people wearing those shoes, how would you feel? His face changed immediately. He got it. He wasn't presenting himself as the person he wanted to become. He was holding onto an old version of himself, one that was struggling, uncertain, and just barely getting by. That night, he went out and bought a new pair of shoes. It wasn't about luxury or expensive brands. It was about symbolically stepping into his future self. He told me later that the moment he put them on, something shifted inside him. He felt different, more confident, more ready. And within a few weeks, things started changing for him. New opportunities, better connections, and a noticeable shift in the way people perceived him. Now, let's bring this back to you. Take a moment to look at your shoes right now. Are they in good condition? Do they reflect the successful, abundant, and confident person you are becoming? Or do they tell a different story, one of struggle, exhaustion, and being stuck in the same place? If it's the latter, it's time to change that. Maintaining your shoes isn't just about appearance, it's about respecting your journey. Take care of them, clean them often. If they're falling apart, replace them. You don't have to buy designer brands, but you do need to invest in shoes that support you, empower you, and make you feel like you're walking towards success. And here's a mindset shift that will change the way you see this forever. Every time you put on your shoes in the morning, visualize yourself stepping into success. Imagine walking with purpose, moving towards your goals, and stepping into the future you've been working so hard to create. Your journey to success starts with the small things, the things most people overlook. But you are not most people. You're here because you're ready to make a change. So start today. Take care of the details. Because when you respect your journey, success will start respecting you. 4. Objects from the past, living in the present for future growth. Your environment is a reflection of your inner world, and the things you hold on to shape your energy, your mindset, and even your future. Many people don't realize this, but the objects we keep from the past can serve as silent anchors, keeping us emotionally, mentally, and even financially tied to a version of ourselves that no longer exists. And if you're holding on to things that belong to painful memories, failed relationships, or past struggles, you are unknowingly carrying that same energy into your present and future. Think about it. Have you ever come across an old photo, a letter from an ex, or even a piece of jewelry from a time when you weren't at your best? That single moment of seeing it can stir up emotions you thought were long gone. Maybe it's sadness, regret, anger, or nostalgia that makes you long for what once was. This is the hidden power of objects. They don't just sit there, they hold energy. And every time you see them, They reactivate old emotions that can keep you from moving forward. I once had a client who was struggling to find happiness in his new relationship. No matter how amazing his partner was, he felt emotionally stuck, unable to fully commit or embrace the present. When we took a closer look at his environment, the answer became clear. He still had remnants of his past relationship all around him. A sweater his ex had left behind, gifts from anniversaries past, even a book they had once read together. Every day, whether consciously or not, he was reliving his past relationship, and that emotional energy was creating a roadblock for his future. Once he made the decision to let go of those objects, everything shifted. He felt lighter, he became more present, and for the first time in years, he felt truly free to love again. This doesn't mean you should throw away everything that holds meaning. Some memories deserve to be cherished, but there's a difference between honoring a memory and living in it. The key is to ask yourself, does this object bring me inspiration, empowerment, and joy in my present life? Or does it keep me emotionally tethered to a past I no longer want to live in? If it's the latter, it's time to let go. Letting go isn't about forgetting, it's about creating space. Space for new opportunities, new experiences, and new versions of yourself to emerge. And here's something powerful. When you release objects that hold stagnant energy, you send a signal to the universe that you are ready for something better. It's like telling life, I am making room for more abundance, more love, and more success. One of the best exercises you can do today is to take a walk around your home and identify anything that still ties you to an old version of yourself. Is there a shirt from a job you hated? A piece of furniture that belonged to someone who hurt you? A notebook filled with plans that never materialized? Let it go. You don't need physical reminders of who you used to be. You need an environment that reflects where you're going. So take action today. Release what no longer serves you. Because when you finally clear the space, you'll be amazed at what's waiting to enter. 5. Clutter, blocking the flow of abundance. Your home is not just a place where you eat, sleep, and store your belongings. It is the foundation of your energy, your mindset, and ultimately, your success. If you've ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, or like things just aren't moving forward in your life, one of the first things you should examine is the space around you. Because whether you realize it or not, the state of your home is influencing your ability to attract abundance. Clutter is more than just a messy room or a pile of things you haven't sorted through. It's a reflection of mental fog, indecision, and resistance to change. And it's not just a theory, science backs this up. Studies have shown that clutter increases stress hormones like cortisol, reduces focus, and decreases productivity. Think about it. When your environment is chaotic, your mind becomes chaotic. When your home is filled with unnecessary stuff, your subconscious starts to feel overwhelmed, making it harder to think clearly, make good decisions, or take action toward your goals. I once worked with an entrepreneur who was incredibly talented but constantly felt stuck. No matter how much he planned, his business wasn't growing, and he couldn't figure out why. When I visited his home office, the answer was obvious. Papers piled high, old gadgets collecting dust, random objects shoved into corners. It was a physical manifestation of the clutter in his mind. I gave him one challenge: declutter his workspace completely. Within a week, he called me and said, I don't know what changed, but suddenly, I have clarity, I'm making better decisions, and I feel excited about my business again. That's the power of an uncluttered environment. The truth is, clutter blocks the flow of abundance because it represents stagnant energy. Just like a river needs to flow freely to stay fresh, your space needs to be open and clear for success to find you. If you're surrounded by piles of old clothes, unopened mail, broken items, or things you might use someday but never do, that clutter is creating energetic resistance. You are literally sending a message that says, I am holding on to the past. I am afraid to let go. I am not ready for new opportunities. But the good news is, you have the power to change that today. The moment you make the decision to declutter, you are creating space, not just in your home, but in your mind, in your career, and in your financial life. You're saying, I am ready for something better. I am making room for new energy, new success, and new abundance. Here's how you can start. Set aside a weekend for deep cleaning. Go through every room with intention. Ask yourself, does this item bring me joy? Does it serve a purpose? Does it align with the life I am creating? If the answer is no, it's time to let it go. Donate it, throw it away, or give it to someone who will actually use it. And here's a powerful energy trick to amplify the effect. Open your windows. Let fresh air in, and visualize new energy flowing through your home. Sunlight carries positive energy, so allow as much natural light in as possible. You'll feel the difference almost instantly. The more space you create, the more opportunities will flow into your life. Decluttering isn't just about cleaning, it's about creating an environment that supports your goals, energizes your mind, and invites abundance into every area of your life. Take action today, and watch how quickly things start shifting in your favor. Conclusion: your home, your wealth magnet. Your success isn't just determined by how hard you work, it's shaped by the space you create for it. When you clear out the things that are weighing you down, you're not just cleaning your home, you're clearing the path for new opportunities, new energy, and new levels of success to enter your life. You're sending a powerful message to the universe. Checkmark: I am making space for abundance. Checkmark: I am aligned with success. Checkmark: I am stepping into my best life. These aren't just affirmations, they are decisions. Every action you take to remove clutter, broken objects, outdated identities, and stagnant energy is a declaration that you are ready for something greater. And when you do this, you'll start noticing the shifts. You'll feel lighter, more motivated, and more in control of your future. Opportunities will start appearing, your mindset will sharpen, and your path will become clearer than ever before. So now, it's your turn. I challenge you to take action today. Don't just watch this video and think about it, do something. Choose one thing from this list. Find it in your home, and remove it. Maybe it's a pile of old clothes that no longer reflect who you are. Maybe it's a broken object that's been sitting in your house for years. Maybe it's sentimental clutter that's keeping you emotionally tied to the past. Whatever it is, make the decision to let it go. And here's the best part: I want to hear about it. Once you've removed at least one thing, come back and tell me in the comments what you let go of and how it made you feel. I guarantee you, the moment you take that first step, you'll start feeling a shift in your energy. If this video gave you a new perspective, if it inspired you to take control of your environment and align yourself with success, then do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to Limitless Success TV, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Because the truth is, so many people are stuck, not because they lack talent or ambition, but because they're unknowingly surrounded by things that are holding them back. And sometimes, all it takes is a small shift to spark a massive transformation. Remember, your home is your foundation, your energy is your currency, and the way you set up your space will determine the kind of life you attract. So create an environment that matches the success you desire, and watch how quickly things begin to change. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I appreciate you being here, investing in yourself, and taking the steps to build a better future. Until next time, stay focused, stay inspired, and most importantly, stay limitless.